BNC, 100% black and brown host around the clock. Finally, news that speaks to us.
This is Making the Case. I'm Yodit Tewolde. We begin tonight in Tennessee, where a Memphis woman has been granted a new trial after she was convicted and sentenced for registering to vote. Pamela Moses was facing a 6-year prison sentence due to what her attorneys say was a mix-up within the Department of Corrections. The judge overturned the conviction and set a new trial date, but her legal team wants all charges dropped. BNC correspondent Walter Morris has the details.
We will fight for Ms. Moses. We will fight for Ms. Moses.
It's a call for justice coming from Memphis, Tennessee that is echoing across the country. Back in January, activist Pamela Moses was sentenced to 6 years and 1 day in jail for falsifying voter registration records. But get this, she was told she could vote by the Tennessee Department of Corrections.
The state of Tennessee wants you to go to jail, you go to jail. We don't care anything about people wanting to vote. This is how we stay in power, by keeping y'all disenfranchised.
The Black Lives Matter Memphis founder took a plea deal in another case back in 2015 and was on probation. Years later, she was given this certificate to restore her voting rights by the DOC. However, it turns out the department made a mistake. And even though there was clear documentation showing the mix-up, it wasn't presented during the trial. And Moses was convicted of felony falsification of an election document. And on top of that, she says during her months in jail, she contracted COVID-19 and almost died.
After spending so much time in jail and, coming close to death, I would think that this would be over soon, but you have to understand Memphis,
After the evidence came to light, Moses was released from jail last month and given a new trial date, but her attorneys say that's not enough.
It's inexcusable.
Now they want the Shelby County District Attorney Amy Wyrick to drop the charges against Moses, or at least have the DA's office recuse itself and hand it over to a special prosecutor.
So you have these different layers that ultimately led to the conviction and the sentencing of Ms. Moses, right? So it's more than just clerical error, because that was done a couple years prior. They could have found everything out during this time, and we wouldn't be here today. That charge would have been dismissed against Ms. Moses as well. She wouldn't have to have spent months in jail.
Of course, it's no secret that voting rights are under attack in several states.
I have to do something. God said I chose you.
And advocates say Moses' case is just a small sample of a much bigger issue affecting thousands of African Americans in Tennessee.
This case has exposed the voter restoration process in Tennessee, and Ms. Moses' case just showed how difficult it is and how hard it is for a person who has had their rights taken away from them to be restored. Tennessee is one of 12 states that has, you have to complete your sentence, you have to complete your probation and or parole, and then you have to go through that extra process that Ms. Moses was trapped in.
Shelby County District Attorney Amy Wyrick released a statement to BNC that reads in part, "I gave her a chance to plead to a misdemeanor with no prison time. She requested a jury trial instead. She set this unfortunate result in motion, and a jury of her peers heard the evidence and convicted her." When reporters or political opportunists use the word state, they need to be crystal clear that the error was made by the TDOC and not any attorney or officer in the office of the Shelby County District Attorney.
I feel hopeful, but I can't hold my breath.
In Los Angeles, I'm Walter Morris for Making the Case.
With me now are my legal experts, former prosecutors Tinnetta Thompson and Chris Lomax, who worked as a trial attorney in the DOJ Civil Division. Welcome to you two. Listen, Pamela's case, the case of Crystal Mason out of Texas, who we've had on the show, and so many others, are just perfect examples of how the myth of voter fraud is being used as a means to suppress the vote, specifically for black and brown voters. The laws in each state for restoring the vote for returning citizens is so confusing, not just for the returning citizen, but even for state officials. In this case, Pamela casted a ballot completely unaware that she was ineligible to vote. State officials even made an error when they informed Pamela that she could vote. I just want to get your reaction to what we're seeing play out in Tennessee and in so many other states across the country. Tinnetta, to you first.
Yes, it's absolutely mind-boggling that they would make Miss Moses jump through all of these hoops after she's fulfilled all of the requirements to get her voting rights restored, just for them to say, aha, we got you, now we can't. That just shows you the fear of the Black vote and the fear of what it takes to vote as a Black Lives Matter activist, as a Black person, or as a Black and brown person in the state of Tennessee, in the state of Texas, in the state of Georgia, and the other 9 states that have these stringent voting rights that are meant to suppress the votes of Black and brown people. She was trying to cast a vote. She went through all of the hoops. She knew exactly what to do, got the certification from the Department of Corrections, and was still charged with the crime. And I find it it's almost comical to see the response that the Shelby County District Attorney issued, that we gave her a chance. Well, why didn't you investigate? That is the key question. Why didn't you investigate? And I agree with her attorney that they should conflict out or dismiss the charges. If you were going to give her a misdemeanor and then you took it to trial and then now she's having her probation revoked and sentenced to state prison, why go through all of that again? Because clearly there was something about this woman, something that triggered you in order for you to go through all of the hoopla that she faced here. And I'm just so glad that the judge actually took the time to read the documents, which actually they had 2 years to do. So again, it's just mind-boggling.
Chris, your thoughts?
Well, I think it's very clear that Shelby County is engaged in what they've been engaged in for a long time, which is a long history of voter suppression. That county was subject of litigation years and years ago that went on through the system about all of their efforts to eviscerate the Voting Rights Act and not to allow people of color to vote in the same way that they should or have been in the past when the civil rights laws were enacted. Now, I think that what they're doing here is they're sending a very clear message. Not only will we try to suppress the vote, not only will we stand in line and try to stop you from doing what you need to do, but we'll prosecute you for it. We will use the criminal justice process to instill fear, intimidation, and any other feeling that needs to be had to cause Black people and brown people to feel as though they're not part of the process. What she did here is not unusual. She was exercising her rights. She did everything that she was required to do. And when she did that, they said, you know what, we're going to put you in jail. We're going to lock you up and we're going to throw away the key 6 years. There's so many other crimes that are so much more severe as compared to someone trying to exercise their right to vote. We should be encouraging that. We should be standing on her side, and we should be standing in support of everyone like her who's trying to engage in the democratic process. So I think I stand alongside her lawyers and say this is absolutely the right call for her to have a new trial, and the whole thing should just be thrown out. I agree.
It's so crazy that the prosecution, their whole case was built on this idea, this theory that Pamela tricked the probation department into giving her documents stating that she was cleared to vote, when there are so many people, returning citizens, who don't want to go back to prison, especially for a vote. It just isn't worth it. So it's crazy that they would think that someone would go out of their way just to cast a vote. And potentially find themselves in jail for years. And listen, I mentioned Crystal Mason, right? She's another Black woman who was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Pamela, in this case, she was sentenced to 6 years, but a white man out of Pennsylvania registered to vote as his mother and mother-in-law, both of whom were dead. He was sentenced to probation. Tinnetta, talk about the sentence disparities we're seeing in these types of cases.
Clearly race-based sentencing disparities that we have here. And we have seen it time and time again in our justice system, still seeing it in 2022. And again, it just shows you that there are two justice systems for two sets of people, one for Black and brown people and one for white people. And we've seen it with the insurrectionists getting minimal jail time for what they did when they stormed the Capitol on January 6th of last year. This just shows you that when a white person does this fraud, it's not considered, it's more of, we're going to categorize it as white collar. But when we see a Black or brown person doing it, as in the case of the Tennessee case that we're speaking about now, and Ms. Jackson from Texas, what we're seeing is that they are going to create, they are going to spin, because again, it's all about the fear of Black people, the fear of Black people exercising their vote, when it could just be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal when a white person does it. You're going to categorize it and minimize it. But again, that's just the stereotypes that this nation has on Black and brown people. It's unfair, it's unfortunate, and it is, I can't even imagine that the Tennessee, the Shelby County DA created this the basis for prosecuting Miss Moses based on that she tricked the probation department. For someone that has been in the system and reporting to a probation officer, you know that they are going to go through, they're going to go and listen to their probation officer. There is no tricking involved. And she was just doing what she felt was right, and that's voting, which we do take for granted, but which she wanted to get restored. So again, it's two different systems, and it's totally unfair, and we need to call it out how we are doing right now.
Chris, in the initial trial for Pamela, there was evidence that wasn't produced in the form of an email that basically stated in an email that the department made a mistake, that it was an error, and it wasn't Pamela's fault. Do you think that there's some sort of a prosecutorial misconduct issue there? And why would, in light of this email, in light of this new evidence, would the DA still pursue this?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a quintessential sort of Brady violation, right? Where you have evidence of innocence that you don't produce to the defense. Every criminal justice process requires transparency. And in this case, that should have been turned over. It wasn't. And I think it was not turned over purposefully, from what I understand. And even if it was inadvertent, it was due to some sort of negligence on the part of the state. That should have been revealed to the defense because it was crucial to Ms. Moses' case. Now, the reason why the prosecution may want to continue is because they want to dig in. They can't relent because that may be some sort of indicia of their malfeasance. It may suggest that they did something wrong because, God forbid, a prosecutor ever do anything wrong. But I think the wrong is written on the wall here, and it has to be corrected. It has to be dealt with. And if individuals engage in this conduct on purpose, then they should be the ones facing charges and not Ms. Moses.
And it was a piece of evidence that was so, I mean, if you just looked, it would have been readily available, right? It wasn't something that was just a needle in a haystack.